guys, I'm Elsie.
And I'm Charnel.
And tonight we're going to talk about some of the complaints that you guys have had about your salon that you go to.
Okay, the reason for this video is last night I was researching on YouTube and I ran into two different scenarios where two different people, they had the same complaint about their salon, and that was how their stylist was rough handling their hair. Both of them said that they're never coming back to a salon again.
Wow.
And I just wanted to rid the stereotype, because there are some good salons out there. You just have to be conscious of who you trust.
Exactly. So one of the complaints that you guys had was about the long wait.
So, okay. A normal wash, blow dry, trim, your stylist should be able to get you in and out in about, I'm gonna say 2 hours.
I say an hour and a half.
Hour and a half to 2.
A wash, blow dry, and flat iron should not take you all day.
Well, of course not. Another thing about the time is you really have to be conscious of your services. If you're getting a relaxer, that's going to be, I'm gonna say 2 hours. 2 hours is reasonable.
Exactly.
Because you actually have to have a consultation. You might have to fill out some paperwork if it's your first time. The relaxer actually has to process, you rinse, you condition. So it's going to take a little longer than a wash and curl. Right. And most people get trims after a chemical service. So, you know, of course that's going to be a little bit longer than your regular wash and curl.
But as a stylist, you should know, you should have timed yourself by now to estimate how much time each service is going to take you, whether it's a wash and set, a relaxer, extension service, whatever it is you need. If you haven't already, you should really time yourself to see how long it's going to take you. Because when clients complain about waiting or their time is being misused, they're not going to come back. Like, you can get a client, but can you keep a client? That's the question. You really want to keep your clients happy and focus on them and their needs within the time frame that you have set for them.
Okay, what's another thing? Punctuality. Someone made a complaint about punctuality.
Yes.
Meaning that their stylist wasn't on time for work.
Exactly. Or they weren't there when they came in. Like, nobody wants to wait for you. Like, don't think that I don't care if you're a celebrity stylist. I don't care if you're a shop stylist. Whoever you are, don't have, like, that's just a rule. Like, you just don't do that. It's just very unprofessional.
In any career.
Yes, like, you just be on time for everything. You just set your clock back, alarm, whatever you need to do to be on time.
For the people who know me, you already know I'm always on time. Like, I don't care if I say I want to get riz at 4 o'clock, I'm going to be in that line at 3:59. Seriously. And your clients will notice that about you. They'll say,
right,
oh, I can't run late because I know Charnel gonna be waiting.
Exactly.
I know LC gonna be ready for me at 3 o'clock. I gotta be there. I gotta leave at 2:30. So whatever energy you giving off to your clients, you should get that back. Like, they'll learn you. But if they know that you're gonna be late, they'll just be late. They won't respect your time. Exactly. They're not respecting theirs.
Exactly. But you don't want to have the reputation of, oh, she's always there, or she's never there when I come in. Like, nobody should go to a salon expecting to wait hours to get a service. Like, it's just not good customer service. Like, you yourself, I know you don't want to sit in a line waiting all day for something. Like, so you really have to treat people how you want to be treated.
And if you ever wanted to venture outside of the salon, if you have a reputation for being late, somebody's going to hire someone that's on time versus you, because you can't be on time. But that's something that you can fix. Nobody else can fix that but you. So always leave room for improvement.
There was something else I was going to say, but I forgot. My memory
about what?
About time.
Time is money.
Time is money. This is true. But what you said about hiring someone else to do it, I don't think that it necessarily. You can be a great stylist. I mean, like, the bomb. But people do not want to wait still. Like, you should still respect someone's time. Because I think, like, I would go to somebody who's mediocre. You probably can do my hair great, but I'll go to somebody mediocre knowing that they'll get me out in a timely manner versus someone who is going to do a great service, but I got to sit in there all day for it.
Right.
Like, I'm very impatient. Half the world's probably impatient. I'm not sitting in the salon all day. I mean, I'm working there, but I'm not sitting there all day to get my hair done. That's just not going to work. I'll be done did it myself.
Okay, so you always want to think about your clients. Like, they should be your main focal point.
Exactly.
They don't want to sit in the salon all day. They have kids, they have families, they have jobs.
They have lives.
They don't want to. They might like you,
but they might.
But
you have them sitting in there all day. They probably don't. But.
Exactly. But they don't want to spend. If you want to spend the whole day with your clients, take them to lunch. Don't keep them in the salon all day. They want to eat. They want to get something to drink. Like, if you are going to keep them in the salon all day, one, make sure you let them know so they can bring something to eat. That's uncomfortable and it's an inconvenience to them. Another thing you want to do is always remain humble. Do not come to work 2 hours late because you have a banging clientele, because
you can do that.
You can be hot one minute and you
can be not the next minute.
Exactly.
So the next topic, professionalism.
Okay, about professionalism.
Professionalism, you need to watch your language, how you're talking, what you're talking about.
Right. We all know religion and politics are the biggest no-nos.
Exactly.
Watch the conversation when kids are around. What you're watching on TV or listening to on the radio in a salon setting, you always want to, remain professional.
Right. Keep a positive environment, everything positive around you.
Right. If you're having a bad day, your client shouldn't know that.
Exactly.
You can be off. They can tell when you're off, but if you just broke up with your boyfriend and y'all having
salon,
you
don't need to know that.
Exactly.
You don't need to know. You don't even need to go into detail because people probably don't even care. As hairstylists, we're like the therapists.
Right.
Like, we have to hear everything. So you can come tell me everything you tell me, but I don't feel like it's necessary for me to go on and blabber about my life. Like, that has nothing to do with anything.
Right. So you definitely have to have like an on and off switch.
Right.
And
that explain that. That leads us into the gossip that people, that's another complaint that people had with the gossip. As stylists, we should not gossip. We shouldn't talk about people. Like, only people who you should really talk about is the client and their hair with them. Like, you shouldn't discuss other people when they're not around, because it puts your client in an uncomfortable situation, because you never know, like, okay, if she talking about her when she leaves, I don't know, she ain't gonna talk about me. Or say anything else. Like, you just don't know. Don't ever leave your client in an uncomfortable situation.
And you never know who knows who, so you might get yourself into some unnecessary drama. So what I would advise you, all the stylists, to do is leave the drama for the shop. When your clients come into a salon setting, you really want to give them a great experience.
Yes, from the time they walk in to the time they leave.
Okay, so we know the difference between a shop and a salon. You want to make sure your clients know that too.
Exactly. Overbooking, something that's done. I mean, things happen. Maybe by mistake, a receptionist probably does it. But I would try to make the client as comfortable as you can. Try not to overbook, because that's just leading to the wait that people don't want to wait. Now, I can see if it happened maybe once, maybe twice, but don't let it be a consistent thing that just happens all the time, or you have clients that sitting there waiting. Pay attention to your book. Even if you have to go home like the night before, pay attention to what's going on inside your book, because you just need to be prepared for everything.
Right.
Everything and everyone. Another topic was talking on the phone over a client.
Do we really have to elaborate about that? I mean, we all been to hair school. We all took our test.
You still shouldn't talk on the phone over a client. Now, if it's to another client, like if they're lost, hey, yeah, the salon is such and such place, maybe, I don't know, not even then. You should step away. I don't want you talking on the phone in my head. How I know you're not gonna burn me? with
Right.
curling irons or something.
Right.
I don't know. How you know? You might leave my relaxer in too long talking on the phone. Just don't talk on the phone in front of a client. It's just not professional. Don't do it.
Step outside, 5 minutes,
2
5
seconds.
seconds. If it's unnecessary, I'll call you back. I just had my last person come in at 7. I'll call you back.
Don't let it ring. Let it vibrate.
Yeah, that's it.
Privacy in the salon. Privacy. Now, one person said that they don't like when they walk in that everyone can see who's in the salon. Now, as far as that, I don't know what to say about that, because in certain salons, you do, if you're not the owner of the salon, then you can't really say as to what's going on or who can see you. But I do know that some salons have VIP rooms where if you have hair loss or alopecia, any type of balding going on, then you scalp conditions, or if you just don't feel comfortable, or maybe you just want to be a queen for a day and have that VIP treatment, you can go in the VIP room and get your hair done and have your personal private time with your stylist. So yeah, I would just find a salon who can actually set that up for you and go about doing it.
Giving the client what they want. If your client come in and they're a level 1, they're jet black, and they want to be the Beyonce, honey blonde,
First of all,
we can't make you look like Beyonce if you are not Beyonce. But don't come in looking trying to look like Beyonce. You want to do it anyway. So no, don't come in trying to look like Beyonce if you don't look like Beyonce. Please don't bring a picture of Beyonce. Say I want to look like this and then get mad when you don't look like that. Okay. You are not Beyonce.
Anyway, if they want to go from black to blonde, and the level of blonde that they pick is, you can't do it in one day, it's unrealistic. You definitely want to go in depth with explaining to them why they can't do it. If it's not good for the integrity of their hair is going to break, or you might have to do it in a 2-step process. But you want to explain that to them, because if you don't do it, they're going to go to the next shop, the Cuban shop, the Dominican shop, the African shop. Somebody else is going to do it. It's going to damage their hair, and then they're going to come back to you to fix it. Yes. So that's why you want to tell them why it's not okay for them to do it, and what can they do that's like that. Like, you could just give them your best insight, but if it's going to be damaging to their hair, you definitely want to thoroughly explain why.
And you should, just from you explaining why, they should get the feeling that you care about them and their hair.
Most people will take your opinions into consideration, right?
But you need to explain in detail why you don't want to do it, or why you can't do it in any way, shape, or form.
Now, if they want an ugly color, the ugliest color you ever seen in your life, and you try and talk them out of it, or just suggest something that will go better with their skin tone, or something like that. If it's not damaging their hair and that's what they want, hey, give it to them.
Do it.
Make it the best ugly color you ever did in your life.
Ever, yes. As long as it's not harmful, just do it.
Because if it's different, they will definitely, you will benefit from it, because not everybody likes Beyonce honey blonde. Some people want steak purple in their hair. But what I'm trying to say is, that just goes along with having a different clientele. Some people like punk rock. Some people, they're business women and men, kids. You definitely want to have diversity too.
Exactly.
So if you don't necessarily like it, it's okay. Still do it.
Exactly. You don't have to wear it.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's the client's choice, but you don't want to damage their hair. So we're just going to conclude this video for tonight. We'd like to thank you guys for your support. We want to thank you for watching. Thank you for all the feedback, the likes, the comments, everything that you guys said on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
YouTube.
We just want to thank you.